Hello, my name is Duncan Canny. I'm a media studies student, currently in my second year at Robert Gordon's University. This coursework is part 2 of my coursework for my Documentary Discourse Module. We were tasked with making an observational documentary about a topic of our choosing. My choice was about the Antonine Wall and how the remnants of it went through Falkirk and how it influences even our modern day society and Falkirk itself. I had 3 texts to attribute to my decision to make this documentary. One was Tom Holland's Rubicon, which was part of my syllabus in my classical studies in 6th year at secondary school. Second text is Richard Miles' Carthage Must Be Destroyed, which is about the Romans' militaristic conquers of things around ancient Europe, including the Carthaginians. And finally, the third text that inspired me was The Blood Crows by Simon Scarrow, which is about Roman legion in Britannia. And bringing these all 3 together, these 3 texts, I decided to make about the Roman conquest of Britain, specifically in ancient Caledonia, which was Scotland. And I then decided to bring aspects of myself into this by basing my filming in Falkirk, which is my hometown. And I remember growing up there being these various sort of dig-outs and ruins of the Romans, which turned out to be the Antonine Wall. And from there on I decided to create a documentary that was about my home, but also about a study of the Romans, which I particularly enjoyed, bringing 2 things that were quite close to me. I enlisted the help of some of my friends from my secondary school, Ryan Teague and Sandy Scullion. One thing about going to various places in Falkirk, you learn about the production side of the making a documentary, and how you really need to be prepared, you need to timetable everything. I had my own script which I followed, where I was going to go, when I was going to film it, and I had to do this all within 4 hours, which was a mistake actually, as we ran out of time and I couldn't get all the shots that I wanted. Thus, this explains why I used quite a lot of pictures and diagrams in the final documentary.
I then the next day couldn't film because I had to return to Aberdeen to return the cameras, meaning there was only one day where I could get all my footage and film.
In terms of organisation, it was we were quite unlucky in Ryan. We were waiting for him at the train station, and when I phoned him to see where he was still in his bed in St Andrews, approximately 50 miles away, and we had to initially start filming with just me and Sandy, which was quite stressful. And if anything from this documentary, I learned that it pays more to organise things better, and I've learned to, improve from this. We also had to take into consideration the people around us, and the actual equipment that we had was actually very good for that. We had a big Sony X-Series XD cam that looked very professional, and one of the benefits of that camera is that although it's quite heavy and big, it gave us this presence, and we moved about, and we were immediately greeted with, oh, you guys must be from historical Scotland, in very professional sort of greeting sense, and they got out of our way, which was very good. When it came to the editing side of the documentary, this was more the fun aspect, at least for me. I used my own software. I used Sony Vegas, and it took me roughly 6 hours straight to get the whole documentary finished. When editing the film together, I decided to go for a pseudo time team style documentary, in which there was narration but also a presenter, of course starring myself. I decided to go for a very observational look of the wall and Falkirk itself, thus showing off various establishing shots in slow pans. And when I was presenter, I moved about to keep the audience's attention as well. one of the many benefits of doing the narration and presenting is that you are your own bloopers, and I had many bloopers when I messed up and stumbled my lines.
From the epic military ruins of I've messed that one up. Did not act as a... No, let's try again. The journey of the Schlabberaberdino. It became a place of accommodation for the how am I going to pronounce that?
All in all, I would say I started off rather cynical with this project. I felt like I had a lot of bad luck, but in the end, and looking at the final product now, I'm actually quite proud of it, and I'm looking forward to finding the flaws of this piece and getting various criticisms, and looking forward to improving in the future and doing more coursework in the future.